Hey everybody, this is Stuart with Wine on the Dime, and today I'm going to be reviewing the 2018 Ryer Estate Red Blend from California. It's 13.5% alcohol by volume, and I just put away the receipt for Total Wine, so I don't remember how much it cost. But what I will do is put that in the video description to let you know how much I paid for it. It was part of a promotional deal, so they basically said, you can buy these 6 wines, and we'll give you like 20-something% off. So it was a really good price, which is why I went with it. I'm cheap. The whole point of this channel is being cheap and trying to find good stuff. Don't get mad at me for that. All right, so let's take a look at the color of this wine. I kind of have an idea of where this is going to be. Where did my paper go? All these little production things I should have recognized before I started. I'm going to say this is medium ruby, no artifacts, no cloudiness. However, though, it does have a little bit of a deep note to it, so you could probably, if you were using an ISO instead of like a red wine glass, it could lean towards deep. So, I mean, medium, deep, probably either of them would work. On the nose, medium plus intensity on the nose, man, that's a lot of berry. Woo, you get a lot of blackberry. Plum is a little bit of a vanilla note, a little bit of black pepper. You get some raspberries, get a little bit of like a overripe strawberry note, touch of cherry. Alcohol smells medium on the nose. Man, this is like a super berry forward wine with some secondary elements that are kind of slapped into it. Maybe even like a red currant. This wine is just a lot of red fruit, red berries, and a lot of dark fruit with like a mix between kind of that blackberry and that plum note. But it has a taste. Medium body, medium tannins. Tannins are a little bit silty. Intensity, that's the thing that's getting me about this wine though. The intensity is a little bit mismatched. Let's say it's medium intensity on the palate. The red fruit notes really come through on the approach, going into the mid palate, going in mid palate to the finish is when the dark fruit notes are there. That's also about the time that some of that secondary comes out. The vanilla itself isn't too crazy, it's just there. There is a bitter, like coffee note to this wine as well. And then that black pepper is almost like a stale black pepper. Like if you've ever had just really old spices, and I'm talking that not like cured, and like I'm talking about like, yo, went to someone's cabinet and they haven't touched their spice rack in a really long time. That's kind of what that reminds me of in terms of that pepper note. It's kind of just, it's muted and it's a little bit dull. It's not zingy. It doesn't actually have like a pop on the palate. Alcohol tastes medium on the palate. Finish is medium minus finish. Acid is medium acid. Nah, I'm gonna change my mind. The acid's medium plus. Once you put it in your mouth and you swirl it around a little bit, you get a little bit of action going on pretty quickly with the salivary glands there. So anyway, we won't know how this wine rates until we get to the blick. From a balance standpoint, I'm gonna give you a full point. I think everything kind of matches where it should with this wine, so I've really no complaints there. Length, medium minus finish, no points. Intensity, medium plus on the nose, medium on the palate, half a point. And in terms of complexity, see, this is where I'm having a hard time with this, because technically you have some secondary elements within there, but I'm not necessarily enjoying the secondary elements on this wine. I think that's actually one of the reasons why the finish doesn't go as long as it should. I'm not gonna give you a point here. I'm just not gonna do it. Thinking of it from this point, if you want a red wine that you can drink and is not gonna be offensive, could pair with a good number of foods, because it does have that nice acidity to it. It does have that nice fruitiness on the palate, though it lacks that secondary expression on the palate that you have on the nose. I would say if you're looking at more of like a simple red wine to serve, like a simpler red wine to serve, then this would be good. If you're someone who likes more structure, who likes a little bit more secondary, who likes more chutzpah in your red wines, this is okay, but it's not going to be good for you. Anyway, this has been Stuart with Wine on the Dime. If you liked today's video, please like, subscribe, and comment. Have you had the Ryer Estate 2018 California Red Blend? I'd be interested to know if you have. Leave a comment below, and I will see you all again soon with another episode from Wine on the Dime.